Hey guys, welcome to the studio. My name's Amir.
And I'm Andrew.
And today we're going to be learning how to use Mocha in After Effects.
Let's do it.
So first, what you want to do is make a new composition. We'll call it Mocha AE Tut. Make sure the width is 1920 and then height a 1080. So 16:9 aspect ratio. Duration can be as long as you want. We'll make this one 15 seconds. It'll probably be a bit shorter. So once you've made your composition, we're gonna grab our footage. I'm gonna be using footage from Modern Warfare, but this also applies to, real life footage as well.
Cool.
So drag that onto your timeline and then we'll scrub along and grab the bits we want. So to split a clip, we'll Control-Shift-D. Drag it back. I want to go till about here. So Control-Shift-D again, delete. Now this is my clip.
What map's this?
This is Rust, the infamous 1v1 map. To actually get to Mocha AE, you want to go up into Effects and Presets, type in Mocha AE, and it's the first thing that comes up. Drag it onto the clip, and then you want to click this Mocha launch button.
Did you have to download Mocha or was it?
So Mocha is a third-party program that comes pre-installed with After Effects. So this comes with every version of After Effects. So when we get into Mocha, you'll be presented with this window. There's a bunch of tools up top and then all your tracking options are down here. So just going to the top toolbar, this option here just allows you to move around the window. Magnifying glass, you can zoom in and out. So hold and then drag forward to zoom in, and then hold and drag backwards to zoom out. If you want to do custom masks or shapes, you can go up to this pen tool, draw around whatever you want, something like that, and then now you've got a mask. So when you create a mask, your layers pop up here. So this is what that is. We'll go ahead and delete that. If you want more exact masks, there's two options here, square and circle. So square makes a square, and then circle makes a circle. These blue points here allow you to change the angle of each corner. So what was before a circle, we can turn into like a hexagon or like a pentagon. Just if you want more exact.
Pretty sure it's an octagon.
Or an octagon. Just if you want more exact points or sharpness in your mask, then you can adjust these to however you want. So we'll go ahead and delete both of these. So for this tutorial, I'm going to be tracking the studio intro onto this door. And to do that, we'll grab the square mask, draw a rough outline of the area you want to track. Now I want to get it more exact, so I'll grab the magnifying tool, zoom in, back up here to my pointer, and line up these corners with the edge of this door. So now I've got the general shape of the mask or the area that I want to track. Back up to magnifying glass tool, zoom out. I just adjust it so it's the center of my screen. Now, when we want to track, you've got five options here. So we've got transform, scale, rotate, skew, and perspective. Most of the time you want all of these turned on, but one doesn't work without the other. So if you want rotate, you need to have scale and transform selected. If you want skew, you need all three of these selected plus skew. For this clip, because we got some sort of perspective change in the camera, we want all 5 selected. And to start tracking, we simply just go down here, click the T forward button, and Mocha will do its job.
So this is good for like Steadicam, dolly shots, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't be using this in like a handheld setting?
In a handheld setting, you'd want to stabilize the footage before going into Mocha, just so it makes it easy to track.
So anything's possible?
Anything's possible. You'll just spend a lot more time, doing a mask, or like making sure the mask here is accurate in where you want it to be. So we'll just scrub through along and see if there's any change in the perspective here. If you have any problems, what you can do is go up to your pointer tool, adjust the mask however you want, and you can track backwards, and then you'll get a more accurate track that way as well.
Cool, so like adds keyframes in what's been tracked.
Yeah. So if you aren't sure whether your track's perfect or not, show grid is a good way to tell. And if you can see some jiggling around or some perspective changes. Like if you pay attention to it here, like this area, you can see it kind of just not maintain its shape and kind of arch forward. A good way to do that is just to adjust your mask so it tracks the right data.
Is that just tracking the shape, or is that grabbed onto things in the image
So
that
this
it's
is
trying to stick to?
the best places to track a mask are places of high contrast. So bright door, deep red shed, and Mocha is able to tell the difference between the two and hopefully get it like a smoother mask.
Cool. And is that color contrast, light contrast, all of the above, takes it all into account?
Light, so I'm pretty sure it's light contrast.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty happy with this track. So next thing, all we need to do now is hit Control S, or we go up to File and go Save Project, and then we just cross out of the window. So now we come down into Tracking Data, and we'll go Create Data, select your layer, make sure this cog is turned on, and hit OK. Now what we want to do is create a null object. We'll call it, tracking point garage. Go back to your clip, and under export option, you want to go transform, layer export to tracking point. This can stay the same, and then you want to go apply export. So now once that's done, we can grab our intro, drag it into the project, open it up here. Now, because this is on a black layer, we can go down here, toggle switches and modes. That brings up our modes and track maps. We want to change the mode to screen, and that eliminates all the black and gives you a transparent background. So now we can go back to the start. I will scrub forward until we have the full logo. Cool. So now we want to resize it to the size of the door. Now, because this is a 3D, we're on a 3D plane, you want to check this box here, open it up, transform, and adjust the orientation of the asset. So that's looking that looks like it belongs to the door now.
It's almost like cyberpunky.
Yeah. So now once that's done, we want to select this, grab your Pickwick tool, and drag it onto the tracking point. So now hopefully when we go to the start of the clip, it should maintain that spot.
That's sick.
So as you can see, that probably took me about 5 minutes to track a video onto another wall in a separate clip. So you can see how Mocha is really streamlined in the way it does things. It's super easy to use.
It looks great. It's tracked it so nicely.
Yeah, you can see we've got a smooth track. Any mistakes you made, you can just go back, retrack it, adjust your mask. So I've used Modern Warfare footage for this tutorial, but this can also be applied to, Steadicam footage, gimbal, even handheld footage. Handheld footage needs a little bit more time because it's more shaky, but as long as you stabilize the footage and do your mask properly, then you should have a perfect track every single time.
Wicked.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope this helped out a lot. This has been The Studio.
Catch you guys.